Hello, hello, my beautiful audience, and welcome to another video. Now, since I've been gone for like almost half a year, I thought we'd take a bit of a step back and see what I've gotten over the 8 months now that I've been playing. It's a valid question. I have over 1,300 hours on this game and 25 million X. Well, technically 25.2, but we'll round that down. And over all those hundreds and hundreds of hours and millions of X, the question remains, did I actually get something good? Well, we'll find out. Well, now we're gonna start with the overworld, where everyone starts a little adventure here. I actually didn't hatch my first secret in here, no, that was way later, but I did hatch in here recently to get that little fella, well, the giant snowman, but we'll get to that. Firstly, the nightmare egg. There's only one secret in there, the overlord, and guess what we've gotten? Quite a lot. 5 normal overlords and a shiny. I mean, despite being the first secret in the game, it doesn't look that bad compared to what we got now. It still has like some sort of charm to it, you know? It is the overlord, you simply can't beat it. And once again for the shiny. Ah, beautiful. I know that there's a king dog in the common egg, but the problem is I haven't gotten to that yet. Well, the overworld eggs were pretty short-lived, but let's go on to the next world in 3, 2, there we are. Now, fortunately, there's more than just one secret in here. There's 2. From the cyber egg and the neon egg in the hyperwave island. I mean, surprisingly, I haven't hatched that many eggs. But, let's check out the secrets first, shall we? Alright, from the cyber egg, we got the robot. The mech robot. I actually got a couple of those, including 2 shinies. A funny story, actually. When I was trying to hatch for the OG Overlord plushie, you know, the bounty secret, instead of getting that, in 1 hour, I got 2 mech robots and 2 shinies. Which is just why. But next to the robots, we also got one more secret, the hyperwave kitty. We actually got 5 of those, trying to hatch the other bounty secret. I mean, they're pretty cute, it's just, I don't know, there's something about these old, old, they're not really that old, secrets where they just got a lot of charm with the way they're built. I know, it's just not something that the other ones can really compare to. Or maybe it's just nostalgia speaking. Let's see the hatching animation, shall we? First of all, the mech robot. And the shiny. And last but not least, the hyperwave kitty. And now on to the last quote-unquote permanent world. Here we are on the little fishing islands. But I mean, we don't really have to be on the island itself. We can just walk in water. Because yes, that is truly how it works. Unfortunately, we weren't that lucky with the third world, only being able to hatch 1 single secret. Which is kind of surprising, since this is probably the world where I hatched the most eggs. The one secret being the giant pearl. Of course, it's a classic secret if you've played the original BGS. But does it hold up? I mean, it's just a ball, what did you expect? Which actually makes me kind of curious. I haven't seen the hatching animation myself. It should just be a giant ball, shouldn't it? It literally just is a giant ball. Alright, now that we got the boring stuff out of the way, let's go over some of the more interesting secrets. Starting with a secret bounty. Yep, you heard that right. That was an axolotl, and a whole army of axolotls. Or would you say an axolotl army? Because that's exactly what it is. You wouldn't doubt me, would you? Honestly, I just love axolotls generally, and that is just peak pet. Now, we've talked a lot about secrets and stuff, but funnily enough, I actually haven't got my first real secret. I'm not counting Avernus because I technically didn't hatch that. My first real secret was actually in the summer event. After like 3 million eggs roundabout. Not the Easter event, not the million visits, not the 200 million visits. The beach festival. There it is. Chocolate Sunday champion. Let's watch this. Oh, that brings back memories. You know, it's actually quite funny that if I probably didn't hatch that secret, I would have quit the game because I was slowly losing my mind. So that was definitely needed. Funnily enough, I didn't really hatch a secret for a pretty long time after that, like a couple updates. Only at the 500 million visits egg. A diamond overlord, which we can just see right now. And my very first mythic secret, and the only one I had hatched for a while. The mythic eternal star. Oh, that looks so beautiful. Unfortunately, I don't have that penny anymore. I traded it away. I mean, technically I could get it back with my inventory, but I don't know if it's worth it. Is it worth it? Let me know in the comments, because, not gonna lie, I might go for it, but who knows. And I gotta show you one more thing, because back then, I think it was before any of the sort of milestones were added, despite being that lucky, I also was pretty unlucky in the same event. I got a shiny mythic glitch, 1 in 8 billion. Let's just play the hatching animation right now. I still have that, by the way. I could have gotten a secret with that. I could have gotten it, but nope. But after that, after this event, I don't think I've actually hatched anything for a while. Except the Shadow Realm update. But you know, let's just rapid fire through the secret hatching animations real quick, shall we? Now I think I still got every pet that I hatched there, except the Mariposa, because I traded that away. Which kind of sucks, because that pet just looks amazing. It's just incredibly small. I think I still got an image of how small that actually is. If I find it, let me put it on screen right now. But yeah, it was pretty small. But that egg was honestly so big, because it just had so many secrets inside of there. Where even someone like me, who at that point just had like, what, 5 million eggs? Could hatch some secrets, some saucy secrets, mamma mia. They should do that more often, like bigger eggs. Pets with like 12, 15 secrets inside that. Now after the Shadow Realm egg, we got the Autumn egg, where I for one got a big leafy. What do I mean one? Nah, 15! And a candy corn shard. And with one, of course, I mean 3. Along with 4 tiny big leafies. The only gripe I had there was that I tried to get a mythic, but I couldn't. So you know what I did? I traded for it. So now I got a mythic and 2 shiny mythics, but no normal one. Then of course we had the candle egg with the willow chandelier, which was at that time I think actually the rarest legendary we ever gotten, like 1 in 10 mil. Then the cartoon egg, where I took a break unfortunately because I missed the best looking pets in the game. The ghost spirits, not the OG ones. I mean, I do have the OG ones, the actual redesigns, which were so aesthetic. So yeah, I kind of regret that. But what I don't regret is going into Halloween with full throttle. How many eggs did I actually hatch? Yeah, 5? 5? No, 2.5 million. 2.5 million eggs. I mainly tried to go for the dumb pumpkin, as you can see, 23. I mean, mainly it was because of the admin abuse there, which on one hand I kind of miss. On the other hand, I do agree that we had to create like a different system with the admin abuse egg, because otherwise it just would have gotten out of hand and crashed the value market. But that's a different story. So, roll the clips. Now, there is one more pet that I haven't shown you from the Halloween event. It is actually, I think, my rarest hatch so far. Like, actually, it is the shiny mythic sinister shard. 1 in 4 trillion and only 88 exist. Wanna see it hatch? Ah, who am I kidding? Of course you do. There it is. It's a pretty strong pet too. I mean, 28k balls. That is still in my bubble team if I can find it. It is still in my bubble team. I mean, just look at that. Unfortunately, it's a bit small as a shiny mythic compared to like other pets, especially the admin use pets nowadays. But I mean, it is what it is. It's still so beautiful, I'm telling you. Absolutely beautiful. And it got some value too. I think it's like 175k on IO. And you know what immediately happened after the Halloween event? The OG event, which, gotta be honest, I was absolutely trash at. I hadn't had any luck with that event. Let me show you. The only secret I genuinely hatched was the OG Overlord. Out of both eggs. 2 normals and, of course, a shiny. Now, all of those 3 pets were from, wait, let me see real quick, 1.1 million eggs. I wasn't lucky at all. Although, to be fair, I did hatch one thing, which was like 1 in 80 billion. A shiny mythic OG axolotl plushie. I mean, it's a nice pet, it just isn't really that valuable unless there's like some sort of collector out there who specifically wants that pet, but what are the chances of that? But here, winter event, almost 1 million eggs. Firstly, an OG Morningstar, which, you know, it's nice enough, but I didn't hatch only 1, but 2 of the rarest pets in that egg. The Kuneki, or Kuhenki? What the hell kind of name is that? What? That's from Genshin Impact? Well, I guess you learn something new every day? Oh wait, let's not dwell on that too long. Let's see what the actual hatching animation looks like. It's quite literally too big to fit on the screen. But let's move on to the next ones. Before we go on to the Christmas world, which I want to save for last, for I think obvious reasons, let's go through some of the rift eggs. Or, well, the only rift egg which I really was lucky in was the honey rift egg with a queen bee. An absolutely beautiful pet, I might add. I still have mine. Okay, that was surprising. I thought I traded it away, so let's look at this. I mean, look at that. It is just, I like the design so much. It got style, it got flair, it got sparkles, it got everything. Now, was there anything else? I need to refresh my memories. This game has too many eggs. Oh, yeah. I actually got some from the season OG. Okay, also too big to fit on the screen. But that was the OG Cardinal Bunny. There we go. Which honestly is a pretty nice pet, gotta say. It doesn't have too many existing, only 4K. I take that as a W. Of course, there's also the Andromeda, but who actually wants to see that? You know what? Let's actually view the hatching animation. Because despite it being common, it's still a pretty nice ass pet. But I don't have that anymore. Well, gotta hatch a new one. I still got, wait, how many eggs? Yeah, 720k. I could probably get another couple of those. We also got the developer egg, of course. But let's go through each one of them real quick. Now we also got the admin abuse eggs, but let's be honest, no one really cares about those. Alright, and now on our final third, the Christmas eggs, or Christmas event. I have hatched these eggs more than any other event in my life. Around 100,000 for these two eggs combined. Almost 4 million Yuletide eggs. 1.6 million North Pole eggs. 1.1 million Aurora eggs. Another 2.8 million Festive eggs. That's a combined total of almost 10 million eggs. And I'll remind you that I myself only got 25 million eggs, so I started at 15 mil eggs and then just worked my way up here. Now I won't go over the gingerbread egg because that was in the admin abuse and I think we have all seen how these look. But the candy cane egg, on the other hand, got the peppermint heart. Which on one hand is a beautiful pet, but on the other hand, I hatched pretty early on. I think that was actually my first secret that I hatched from this event. And promptly traded it away. I thought I still had that. But now we go on to the Yuletide egg. Oh, 4 million eggs. What do you think I got from that? A lot. It was a lot. Now what you just saw was the accumulation of 15 secrets. 15 secrets over 4 million eggs. That's round about 1 secret every 300,000 eggs. Which honestly, that's pretty good. I think, at least. These are all the pets combined. A lot of them look pretty good. The only thing is, funnily enough, the bells, the secret bells, are positioned kind of the wrong way. Only the normal and shiny version though, they kind of merge into you. Help! Though the only thing I didn't hatch from there was the Archangel, which was the only pet I was actually going for. Not even the Frosted Dog Cat, which was like 1 in 10 billion, but nah, the Archangel. So I had to trade for that. I mean, it is worth it though. Look at that beauty. I'll try to get like a shiny and a mythic and a shiny mythic maybe even from that, because oh, I love that pack, actually. It looks so aesthetic. Then, of course, we got the North Pole egg, the Aurora egg, and the Festive egg. For the North Pole egg, I hatched not a lot, gotta be honest. Only 2 big flakies. And a mythic one. Now, these have like a similar concept to the Big Leafy, where it's just a big version of whatever it wants to represent. But I mean, they do look nice. Like, that is just a nice aesthetic. Generally, Christmas is a very nice aesthetic, if you haven't realized that by my avatar already. Now with the North Pole egg done, let's go on to the Aurora egg, where in 1 million eggs I've only gotten 1 secret. Yes, 1. Singular. Uno. Eins. That being the Borealis elk. Kind of jumps at you out of screen, doesn't it? Now, I did actually trade that too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I did trade that too, which, you know, it is what it is. I'll probably get it back. Now, on to our last egg, the festive egg. Oh, we've gotten a lot from there. First of all, some snow overlords. Of course, they're normals, but I've made them into shinies. And not one, but 2 mythics. I mean, just look at those. You can't beat an overlord. Now, that wasn't the only pets I got from the festive egg. I actually still got not 1, but 2 mistletoe fairies. And my one and only festive deity, which surprisingly only has 550 existing roundabout. Now, these weren't hatched by my main, but my old. Honestly, they look pretty nice too. Especially the festive deity, it just has so much aura. But unfortunately, that is everything so far. In 25 million eggs, we have hatched a total of 109 secrets. In total, from 25 million eggs. That means, on average, we have hatched 1 secret every 400,000 eggs. Of course, you have to take this with a little grain of salt. I didn't include any admin abuse secrets or any of those hatching day secrets, whatever they're called. Daily perk pets. They technically also go into the admin abuse, you know what I mean. So yeah, 1 secret every 400,000 eggs for 25 million eggs. That, my friend, I'd say is pretty worth it. Now, if you've made it this far into the already pretty long video, let me cut you in on a little secret. When this video goes live, I'll actually have a giveaway ready in my Discord server. I've actually several pets. Mythic King Bell, Autumn Leaf, OG, Demonic and Angelic Ghost Spirit each, and a shiny Mythic Festive Jar. Just as a sort of send-off to 2025. So if you want to join them, the link to Discord is down in the description. May 2026 be filled with joy, luck, and a lot of gambling. This was Narkix, over and out, and see you in 2026. Bye bye!